My father pointed at me in front of 200 people and laughed. Everyone, meet my daughter. He paused for effect. No degree. No career. No future. The room exploded. I didn't cry. I didn't look down. I picked up my glass. I smiled. Cheers, Dad. Because in less than 60 seconds, I was about to change everything. My name is Claire Bennett. And for most of my life, I was the family disappointment. My father, Richard, had one definition of success. Degrees. Titles. Impressive job names. Anything else? Failure. And I was his favorite example. At every dinner, every holiday, every family gathering, someone would ask how I was doing. He'd answer before I could. Still figuring it out. Laughter. Every time. My cousins became doctors, lawyers, engineers. Their photos lined the walls of our family home. Mine didn't. Then one day, Dad called. 38 years with the same company. He was retiring. Big celebration. Fancy hotel. The whole family invited. I almost said no. But something told me to go. I walked into that ballroom. Crystal chandeliers, round tables, a crowd of executives and old relatives. And I had a feeling. Tonight is going to be different. The speeches started. Coworkers. Executives. All praising Richard Bennett. Then Dad stepped to the microphone. The room erupted. He talked about his career. Then, he talked about family. My cousins, one by one, surgeon, law firm owner, senior executive. Applause. 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 Then his eyes found me. That smile appeared. I knew that smile. Of course, he said, pointing at my table. Every family needs balance. Laughter. This is my daughter Claire. She decided college wasn't for her. No degree. No real plan. Just figuring things out, one lucky day at a time. The room filled with chuckles. Relatives laughed louder than strangers. And my father waited. He was waiting for me to shrink. Instead, I stood up. The room went quiet. Actually, Dad, I said, raising my glass. There's something about my life you've never known. He smiled like I was about to embarrass myself. I smiled back. You're right about one thing. I did leave college. Nods around the room. They already knew. What nobody knows is what happened after. When I was 21, I started a small online business. My father crossed his arms. The first year was a disaster. I lost money. The second year wasn't much better. People leaned in. I worked from tiny apartments, coffee shops, borrowed desks. While everyone assumed I was drifting, I was putting in 16-hour days. The ballroom was silent. Then one client became 5. 5 became 20. 20 became contracts big enough to hire employees. My father's smile was fading. Today, that company employs over 300 people. Heads turned. Last year, our revenue crossed $8 million. A man near the front shot up from his seat. Wait, are you talking about Horizon Logistics Solutions? I nodded. We signed a partnership with your company last year. Another executive nearby went pale. You're the founder? Yes. The room froze. For the first time all evening. Nobody was looking at Richard Bennett. Every eye was on me. And my father finally saw. The daughter he thought he knew was a complete stranger. He forced a laugh. Well, I guess you've been holding out on us. I looked at him calmly. No, Dad. I just stopped waiting to be asked. Silence. Every conversation about me was already decided before it started. You saw a dropout and assumed you knew the rest. You never asked. You only judged. The words weren't angry. That made them land harder. For years I worked hoping you'd be proud. Then one day I realized something. I paused. I didn't need your approval to build a meaningful life. His eyes dropped to the floor. I set my glass down. Enjoy retirement, Dad. And use some of that free time to think about what really matters. I gave a small nod to the room. Then I walked out. Outside, the evening air felt lighter. Freer. And I understood something for the first time. The day my father learned who I was, wasn't the day I won. It was the day I finally stopped needing him to believe in me. The people who doubt you the most are often the ones who should have believed in you first. But your worth was never theirs to decide. If this story hit different, drop a comment below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this.